Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Judging by the title, this is going to be a beginner-friendly makeup tutorial. Before we get started, if you are new to my channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you will know each and every time that I upload a video. And for all my reoccurrents, welcome back. The first thing you will want to do is before applying any products to the face, you want to make sure you are working on a clean surface. You want to make sure you moisturize your face as well as prime before doing any concealers and foundations. Number one step is priming. It does not matter which products that you use. You can use drugstore brands, you can use high-end brands. As long as you prime and set your face before any concealer, you will have a flawless finish at the end. So first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be applying my primer. I'm going to be going in with the Poreless by Benefit, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and take a little of that and apply that all throughout the face. The Benefit Poreless Primer is actually good, especially with people that have large pores like I do. It actually have a flawless finish after applying any foundation in your makeup. So the next step we're going to be doing a little color correcting. Color correcting is used when you want to cancel out any dark spots, red spots, or any blemishes. It depends on which product or which color that you use, calls for different measures. I'm going to be going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Radish. This is what this looks like. Also, I'm going to be going in with the BH Cosmetic brush, and this is going to be in the number 2. I'm going to take a little of that product and I'm going to apply it to the top of my lip, which I have spots there I want to cancel out, around my mouth, as well as my forehead. So now I'm going to go ahead with my brush and I'm going to start blending that product out. I'm going to go ahead and blend it out as well for the mouth. In the beauty brand industry, a little goes a long way, as well as blending out the forehead. So the next step you will want to do is set that concealer in place. I'm going to be going in with my Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to be going in with the Real Techniques beauty sponge, and we're going to go ahead and apply this product all over my face. I'm going to be taking a little of that product in my cap. I'm going to take a little of that powder and press it in the back of the hand and start setting that product in place. So the next step I'm going to be doing is using a little concealer. I'm going to go in with my Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the shade Chestnut. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild brush. I'm going to take that product and apply it all over the lid. I'm going to be pressing that all over the lid so that way I can get ready to lay down my eyeshadows. And next, I'm going to take that brush and start blending that product out. And what I like to do is cover the outer eye as well as the center of the eye up to the brow bone as well as the inner eye to the tear duct. And we're going to do that for the other side as well. And you want to make sure you blend that product in very good. So now I'm going to go in with my translucent powder by Mercier. And I'm going to be taking my beauty blender and I'm going to be setting that concealer in place. And we're just going to be placing that product all on the eyelid. So there's actually 2 ways that you can set the product on your eyelid. You can use powder to set it afterwards, or you can just let it dry down. I started off with my first makeup tutorial using only drugstore brands. Drugstore brands, you would need a good primer to be able to get those eyeshadows and everything to pop. You can also use your eyeshadows with just placing them on the eye after your concealer dried down matte, or you can use the powder. I prefer using the powder to set my concealer first before I apply my eyeshadows because that's what works best for me. So the next step, we're going to be doing eyeshadows. Now, let's get close and personal. Palette that I'm going to be going in with is going to be the 35XO Natural Flirt palette by Morphe. And this is what it looks like. And these are the beautiful colors that come within this palette. So the color that I'm going to start off with today is going to be Just Friends. And the brush that I'm going to be taking my BH Cosmetic brush. And this is going to be in number 6. So I'm going to take a little of that product and start working that into the upper crease. So what I like to do is start with the lighter color, my blending color at the top of the eyebrow bone, and then work my way to the darker colors. But what you can also do is you can start with your darker colors and start from the bottom and work your way to the top. What I like to also do is until I get comfortable with the products, I will do the lighter shade and blend and work my way down. So once you get advanced and you know what you're doing with the products, you know how to work the products and you know how to work the brush, then that's when you can go ahead and start from the bottom and work your way to the top and blending those colors. And we're gonna blend that color into the eyebrow, the center, and then we're gonna go ahead and go out to the outer eye. And we're gonna also do that for the other side as well. So the next color I'm gonna be going in with, Less Snuggle, this brown shade right here. And I'm gonna actually take the same brush, which is the BH Cosmetics in number 6. I'm gonna take that and apply this product to the eyelid. And I'm gonna actually go underneath the brown bone from when I use that first shade. And we're gonna do that for the other side as well. We're just gliding and we're gonna go out to the outer eye as well, just a little bit. So I'm gonna be using this color, which is called Charmer. And I'm gonna take the brush by Morphe, which is the M514 brush. And this is what it looks like, this fluffy brush. And I'm gonna go to that third layer of the eye, which is at the bottom. And I'm not sure if you actually can see. You actually can see the colors and how they are blended out. In order to blend the color, you want to take just a little bit of the product. Tap that product off and you want to go in and start blending that product in. And I'm also going to be doing the same for the other side. And we're going to blend that out. So now the next product that I'm going to be going in with is going to be the Colorpop, and it's going to be off Melrose. And the shade that we're going to be going with is Down to Earth, which is this darker shade right here. I'm going to be taking my Morphe brush. I will leave it in the description what number this is, but I brought this brush a while back, so I'm not sure which number that it is. We're going to start from the inner eyes and start blending and working that product in. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the other side. Take a little bit of that product, put it on the outer eye, and start working that product in slow circular motions. And we're blending that in, blending that in. We're using a soft hand and blending that in. So now it's time to go into foundation. The foundation I'm gonna be using is gonna be the Kat Von D. This is in Deep 74 Warm, and this is what it looks like. And the brush I'm going to be using is my foundation brush. And this is by Morphe, which is the M439 brush. And this is what it looks like. So I'm going to take a little bit of that product, start with 2 pumps, and we're going to apply that to the face. And we're going to start working that product into the face. You want to make sure you at least go down to the chin, to the neck, and stop here. You can actually go down to here, but it depends on what outfit that you're wearing. But for me, and because I am wearing this cut, I want to make sure I go down from the neck and I stop here. So what I like to do is, I don't like to go up under the eyes with my foundation because I want to prevent cakiness as much as possible. When you're swiping the product instead of tapping it, you're actually messing with the pigment of the foundation. So the next step is contouring. With contouring, you actually can change the shape of your face. If you have a wider face, you can actually make your face smaller depending on which angles that you use. If your face is slimmer, you actually can make your face look fuller depending on which way that you contour the look. I'm going to be going in with my Nars Medium Dark and Walnut, and this is what the product looks like. I'm going to be taking a little of that product and applying it And doing that for the other side as well. And then I'm going to be taking my Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer in the shade Chestnut. I'm going to be using that product to apply on the top of the Cupid's bow, as well as the top of the forehead. And I'm going to apply a little of that product to the chin, to the center of the forehead, and down the nose. I'm going to be taking my beauty blender and start blending that product out. And I'm working my way from the inner eye and moving my way to the outer eye. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the other eye as well. And bringing that product out. And the chin. And down the center of my nose. So the next step is taking my Revolution and banana powder, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to underneath the eye and set the rest of my face. And I'm gonna be taking a little of that product, pressing it in the back of my hand and applying that to underneath the eye. We're pressing that product in. And we're gonna place that product and start patting that in. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take my Mercier translucent powder. And we're gonna take that product and start setting it on the chin, as well as the top lip, as well as for the rest of the face. So the next step is contouring. I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty, and this is gonna be in the shade Espresso, and this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetic brush, and this is gonna be in the number 8. And start working it on the cheeks and then work my way down. So I'm gonna take that product and start blending that forehead out in circular motions. As well from the camera, as you can see this side, we brought color back into our face versus this side where we have no color at all. And we're gonna start here in circular motions and start working that product in. Here, and then work my way up to the center of the forehead. And do you see how we created this line right here on the forehead? What I like to do is take that beauty blender that I actually use for my concealer and take that and start pressing that into the forehead to get rid of that demarcation. Lines be gone. So after contouring, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into blush. I'm gonna be taking my Fenty Beauty in Cream, and this is gonna be in the shade Petal Popping. And the brush that I'm gonna be going in with is gonna be my Morphe Brush, and this is what it looks like. And start working that into the cheeks. And we're gonna go ahead and do that for the other side as well. And work that all the way to the hairline. So the next step I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna do a wing liner. The product that I'm going in with is gonna be the Kat Von D, and it's gonna be Trooper Black. And this is what the product looks like. So I'm gonna start with the inner eye and then work my way out. And then we're gonna bring that in. And we're gonna actually bring that around to the inner eye as well as the inner tear duct. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyelashes off camera. I will be right back. So the eyelashes I went in with is gonna be the Poppy and Ivory Beauty. And this is gonna be the 5D Darling Lashes. And this is gonna be in Cecilia. When I mean these eyelashes are gorgeous, they are gorgeous. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my bottom eyelid. And the palette that I'm gonna be going in with is gonna be the 35XO, which is the Natural Flirt. Same palette, and we're gonna actually go in this shade here. And we're gonna take a smaller brush, which is gonna be the BH Cosmetics in number 12. And this is what it looks like. And we're gonna apply it to the bottom lash. They do that for the other side as well. So the next step, I'm gonna go ahead and take my black pencil liner. This is by Ruby Kisses. And this is my liner that I'm going to be applying at the bottom of the eyelid and as well as the inner tear duct. So the next step, I'm going to be going into highlighting. I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty in Rose Rave. And this is what the product looks like. I'm going to be using my BH Cosmetic brush, and this is going to be in the number 7. I'm going to take a little bit of that product and start working it. Kind of looks like a pink. We're going to go ahead and do that for the other side as well. And go at the center of the nose. So the next step I'm going to be doing some nose contouring. I'm going to go in with Fenty Beauty, which is Espresso. And the brush that I'm going to be using is going to be my BH Cosmetic brush. And this is in the number 6. And start working that into the nose and brushing that into the inner eye. So now I'm going to go ahead and do something a little bit different. I'm going to be taking the eyeshadow out of Colorpop, which is off Melrose. I'm going to be going into Fairfax, which is this shade right here. And we're going to be using that color to put it in the inner tear ducts. And the brush that I'm going in with is going to be the BH Cosmetic brush. And this is in the number 10. Take a little of that product and put that in the inner eye. Ooh, that's gorgeous. That is really beautiful. We're gonna do that for the other side as well. So now I'm gonna go ahead in with my setting spray, and it's gonna be the Pore Professional Setting Spray. This is by Benefit. And we're gonna go ahead and apply that all over the face. And I'm gonna take my beauty blender and start pressing that product in. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the lips, which is the last step. I'm gonna be going in with this Kiss New York, and this is gonna be in the shade Burgundy. And the lipstick that I'm gonna be going in with is gonna be the matte shade Ruby Woo. And put it to the lips, as well as the other side. Okay, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial today. Make sure you guys don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And go on over to my Instagram and make sure you click that follow button. Until next time, holla!